On the 21st of January, Wojciech Szczęsny made his Champions League debut for Barcelona. Do you remember this match? I think you do. It was that epic match at the CULES. Back then, the 34-year-old Pole shocked everyone with a disastrous start, especially between the 22nd and 30th minutes, when Wojciech, along with Balde, gifted Pavlidis a second goal and then earned a penalty. At that moment, Barca was trailing 3-1. In the end, it all had a happy ending, and Szczesny even emerged as one of the heroes, making a crucial one-on-one save against Di Maria in the final moments of the match. 43 days have passed since then, and the 5th of March 2025 will forever be remembered in Barcelona's history as the day of the Great Pull. We hadn't seen a Barcelona goalkeeper show up in a Champions League knockout match in 10 years. Szczesny was astonishing, wrote Barcelona journalist Rafael Hernandez after the match. And that's the sacred truth. The most important thing the Pole did in this epic match is captured in these words. Szczesny stayed confident for the whole match after Cubarsí was red-carded, made the center-backs comfortable and turned what would have been a catastrophe into a monumental result. The team was thrilled with what they saw and rewarded Szczesny with well-deserved applause. Szczesny had a great game. We're very happy. It's very important to have a goalkeeper who saves and makes the game easier, said Jules Koundé. Szczesny deserved the man of the match. I'm going to give my award to him, promised UEFA's official man of the match Pedri. It's clear that he's a different Szczesny. In every game he has more confidence, and we defend better. I knew he could play at this level because I see him every day in training, added Hansi Flick. Hansi, you were right. The debate about number one goalkeeper until the end of the season is over. Even when Ter Stegen returns, it's Szczesny who must play in key matches. The Pole, as always, remained humble after the match. My best game for Barca is yet to come. Having such a confident goalkeeper was one of the most crucial missing pieces on the path to victories in big matches, and most importantly in major tournaments for Barca. Ter Stegen and Peña in recent seasons have been goalkeepers of a fairly high level, but their problem was that in the most critical moments they weren't always able to save the team. That was the main reason Flick entrusted the goalkeeper position to Szczesny, despite his initial failures, like the red card in the Spanish Super Cup final or that same match in Lisbon. This time at the CULES, Szczesny made history. He became the first goalkeeper in the club's history to make 8 saves in a single Champions League match without conceding a goal. Yes, friends, 8 saves. Unbelievable. This definitely deserves your like. CULES, let's get over 1,000 likes on this video so even more fans can join us. And now let's move on to analyzing the match. Hansi Flick put out a fairly predictable lineup, considering the current form of the players. Among the controversial positions, we note another victory for Frenkie over Casadón and the appearance of Olmo as the number 10. Gavi was ill and therefore sat in the stands. Everyone else was in their usual positions. Benfica, to some extent, mirrored our tactical setup. It became clear that this would not be an easy match just 17 seconds in, when Wojciech made his first major save. Defensive collapse, Aktürkoğlu shoots toward the far corner, an incredible stop from Szczesny while the entire team was still asleep on the pitch. Barca responded with a shot from Olmo after a quick play from Rafinha. There were several promising attacks afterward, but none posed a serious threat. It became evident that our team had gained control of the game, and in the 12th minute we created the first big chance. Frenkie found Pedri between the lines. The Spaniard passed to Rafinha on the wing, and then something incredible happened. Olmo, Lewandowski and Lamine took turns shooting, and Benfica's goalkeeper stopped them all. One of the key moments of the match. Then in the 21st minute, disaster struck, or so it seemed at the time. Pavlidis won a duel against Frenkie. Cubarsí and Inigo tried to set an offside trap, but the Greek forward tricked them, pushing the ball forward and going one-on-one. Then Pau desperately tried to extinguish the fire. There was a chance to succeed, but our 17-year-old beast missed the ball and instead took down the striker. A clear red card. You know what impressed me? This photo of Hansi Flick supporting Cubarsí after the incident. No aggression or open disappointment. Both were upset, but support above all. I think such an attitude deserves a like. The team then switched to a 4-4-1 formation, with Dani almost sacrificed and Ronald Araujo brought in as the savior. The Spaniard was very unhappy with Flick's decision, but after the match the coach explained, "We had to make a decision. I know it's hard for any player to accept a substitution in such a situation, but it was in the team's best interest. We switched to 4-4-1 and didn't want to change too much. We also needed Lewandowski in the box because he's very strong in aerial duels and helps in defense. No one wants to leave the field, everyone wants to fight, but that's football. If there are matches where Araujo is perfect, it's matches like this, when Barcelona needs to defend a lot. The Uruguayan became a real wall that helped the team achieve a miracle. How great that Ronald extended his contract. Not every top team has such a monumental defensive option coming off the bench. Moving on. Szczesny saved Kokcz's free kick, showing Benfica that Barca would fight even with 10 men. A crucial psychological moment. Despite being a man down, Barcelona didn't drastically change its game and continued to attack when possible. In the 34th minute, Frankie accelerated and played a great pass into space for Rafinha. His shot was blocked. Then came one of Szczesny's most incredible saves in the 43rd minute, denying Aktürkoğlu from just a few meters out. What were his chances of saving it? 15% versus 85%? The second half started nervously. Benfica had total control and immediately began stretching Barca's defensive lines. But our team held firm. In the 51st minute, another defensive breakdown in the central midfield zone. Pedri couldn't keep up with Arsnes, and again, Szczesny saved the day. A huge stop. And 10 minutes later, the great Lisbon miracle happened. Barcelona somehow scored a heroic goal. Benfica seemed close to scoring, but Flick's team shattered their second half plan with courage and confidence. A key mistake came from Antonio Silva, who passed to Carreras, who for a second switched off from the game. Rafinha read the play, sprinted forward, and fired into the far corner. We were lucky with the deflection, but the team deserved it. Rafinha once again made his mark in the Ballon d'Or race. Keep going, Rafa. CULES, let's support our leader with a like. This was Rafinha's 9th goal in 9 matches of this Champions League. One of the best players of the tournament, that's for sure. And then Szczesny saved us again. A shot from Aktürkoğlu plus an insane save after a powerful strike from Renato Sanchez. Thank you, Wojciech, for keeping this result for us. And thanks to the whole team for this hard work while being down to 10 men. By the way, Hansi Flick became the first coach in Barca's history whose team managed to win a match despite being outnumbered for 69 plus minutes. This is what working on team mentality means. In previous seasons, we would have lost such games, and we fear it would have been by a crushing score line. Besides Szczesny, Araujo and Rafinha, we should highlight Pedri's outstanding performance. Without a doubt, our best outfield player throughout the match. The Spaniard allowed the team to catch their breath under the constant attacking pressure from the opponent. Not only was he our best player in ball possession, but he was also one of the best in defense. 3 tackles and 7 duels won. Impressive. Caicedo also entered the game brilliantly, making 2 tackles and winning 3 out of 4 duels. Meanwhile, Frankie had 0 tackles and interceptions in 79 minutes. And here's the clear difference between a defensive midfielder and a possession midfielder. Barcelona remains the only team among the top 5 leagues that has not suffered a defeat in the new year. We have a very strong position for the second leg, but Hansi Flick warns against complacency. Do you think this tie is already decided? A journalist asked. No, not yet. We are in a good position now, but I know that in football anything is possible. We still have a match on Tuesday and it will be very tough, Hansi replied. CULES, leave a like if you're impressed with our heroic performance in Lisbon. Share your thoughts about the match in the comments and subscribe to the channel. There's much more excitement ahead, and we've prepared for you Hansi Flick's plan to win the Champions League. Enjoy watching. Love Barcelona and Visca Barça. Bye!